Good morning and welcome back to the One Celtic Fans View. I got this from the Celtic blog and they posted this morning saying a lot of people are hoping a win today makes this all go away. Not a chance in hell. The club is like a badly run corner shop that can't continue and the fans will allow it to. Time for the CEO to produce or pack his boxes and beat it. Do you agree with the Celtic blog? I think I do actually, because it's been 1,374 days of silence since Nicholson's spoken. Nicholson doesn't speak to the media, never mind the fans, and I think as a fan base, you're wanting to hear what the plan is. And we don't get that. We get nothing from Celtic. Nothing at all. Which is not good. The only time we hear from the power brokers at Celtic is when we change manager. And then they come out and they're all enthusiastic and shit. Nonsense. Anyway, enough about them today. Enough about the board. Enough about Michael Nicholson. It's all about, the timetable is out, the fixtures are out, the fixtures came out last night for the European away games. Are you going to any of the away days? Tell me in the comments. Are you going to any of the away days? We start off at home on September the 24th, Braga. No, we start away, sorry. Fucking read it right, Buzz. It's too early in the morning, Jesus. Pineapple juice to start the day. We start away from home, and then we're at home on the 2nd of October. We are also at home to Sturm Graz on the 23rd of October. We're to Midtjylland, Denmark on the 6th of November. See, the issue that I've got is the away games are all in freezing cold countries at this time of year. I prefer a game in southern Spain where it's a bit warmer. Even if it had been Rome, it wouldn't have been too bad. But it's not. We play Roma at home on the 11th of December. Bologna, the north of Spain, just under the Alps, freezing cold in January. And I know quite a few people that have already booked up for Feyenoord and Bologna. They booked them last night. And then we finish off to Utrecht on the 29th of January at home. So we're finishing off at home this year. We finished away from home last year. Jenkins says Adam Ida to score the winner today. Adam Ida, I don't think he's even in the building. I thought he wasn't in training yesterday, so I've no idea of what's. Nobody's any idea. We're going to have to wait until the squad comes out. Adam Ida is in Wales on the piss, says Big Rab. Yeah. He is that. So tell me, are you going to any of the away games? Let's take our mind off it slightly today. Usually I'm really nervous about these games today, and I woke up around about 7:30 this morning. That'd have been 6:30 your time, and by 8 o'clock the church bells were ringing and the fireworks were going off. So it was welcome to Spain, as they say. 3-0 today. Utrecht will be freezing. Yeah, Utrecht will be freezing in January. All the games, they're all Northern European games, and it's just, this is what the hail from the Philippines. William's in the Philippines. Big shout out to William, watching from the Philippines. Baz Bologna's in Italy. I know it's in Italy. I said that. I said it's North Italy. Listen again, Gareth. I said it's North Italy, just under the Alps. You know, there's Alps this side of Italy. Jesus God, people that don't know their geography. The north of Italy gets a horrendous amount of snow at that time of year, and I'm just thinking, do I really fancy that? Do I need that in my life? Do I need that coldness in my life? I'd rather stay where it's 20 odd degrees, to be honest. Just saying. There's not an away trip that really excites me, and that is the downside. My mate going to try and get us tickets for the Roma game. That's at Celtic Park. I think you'll be able to get tickets quite easily for the Europa Cup this year. Benidorm. What the fuck? Benidorm. That's Brit Central, Michelle. I wouldn't be boasting being in Benidorm. You should have been way down here. Davy Seenan's in the house. Davy, you going to Kev's house to watch it? Here it is, it'll be 2-1 Celtic today. How are you, mate? I hope you're good. Kev comes over next week, next Friday. Looking forward to that. Des is over as well. It's got to be madness, isn't it? And there's no football on. There's the Legends game. So I hope you're good, Davey. How's the tattooing coming along? And if anybody's looking for a tattoo that's in Fife, this guy, Davy Seenan, that's on the scene just now, get in touch with him. One of the best tattoo artists. In fact, I'd go to say probably the best tattoo artist in Fife. A big shout to Davy. Celtic can't score a barrel load. That defence today, Brendan should be chuck it, and I say at least 3 to Celtic. Yeah, we need to score a barrel load today. But they're not. They're leaking goals in a European context, yes. But when it comes to the league, they're not really leaking goals, are they? James Gunn says, the wife says 2-1 Celtic. I'm saying 3-0. But you're Scottish, cold as nothing when you live in North Wales Highlands. Yeah, mate, I've lived in Spain for 5 years. You get accustomed. 30 degrees isn't warm to me now. That's just nice. My body's changed that much that 30 degrees is just a nice temperature. When it gets to 35, 38, 40, then you're thinking, yeah, it's a bit hot. But 30 degrees, just a nice temperature. It's amazing how your body changes. The trouble is there's too many bottle merchants on our side. That's why we lose the big games. Watching from Northern Ireland, the wrong end. You have to watch it in the house so your knees get done. I'd move, mate. That's my way of making Benidorm sound posh, says Michelle. You'll never make... If you want to make Benidorm sound posh, go over to the Spanish side. Go over to the Old Town and then go over the other side of the hill, over to the Spanish side. I've had holidays in northern Italy. I love it. The mountains, the snow. Yeah, each to their own, Les. Each to their own. See, the good thing about where I am, I can go to a ski resort in about an hour and a half trip. Go up to the ski resort and then come back down to the beach, and it'd be 20 degrees in the beach, all in the same day, if need be. Sky Bet given 5-1 on 2-1, 3-1 or 4-1 Celtic. I think that if we play at our best, but then there's unknowns on both teams today because they've brought in a lot of players. What have they brought in this window? 8 or 9 players. And can they get those 8 or 9 players to gel? Is this the day that they finally gel at Ibrox? Or does Celtic go in and get a quick goal and then that just gets the stadium right against them? Do you know, that just gets their backs up and they start chanting Martin, get to fuck, and then that hits the players. And then you've got to ask, the players have, on their side, let's look at the positives for Celtic. There's none of the Celtic players have spat the dummy out and refused to play, refused to come onto the pitch. The squad's quite still together at this point. Adam Ida's left the building, Yang's hopefully left the building. The squad are a bit more together than that side. So hopefully that's enough to, Callum McGregor and coach Jamesy Forrest will be like, you boys better fucking be ready for war. Because I tell you one thing, this is where you know if you've got cojones to be at Celtic. And if I was Brendan, I would just say, James, go on and tell them what this fucking place is like. Tell them how good they're going to have to be today. James is like, come on, let's get into this mob. So you're going to be up against it. But then again, they're not that good, are they? But we'll wait and see. Overall, I think it's going to be 3-0 or 4-1 or 1-0. Yeah, could be 3-0 for sure. I'm not going to go for a high score. Oban Boy in Canberra. There we go. Right around the world this morning. One from Newcastle, watching from the supporters club behind the enemy lines. Ange will hit the ground running today. Let's hope so. I'm 5-0 Celtic. The Huns will implode. The Huns are awful. I'm not convinced. Watching from the Gold Coast, Australia. Get in there, Kevin. Get in there. The Gold Coast in Australia. Scales header 1-0. That would do me. Aussie John, we need to keep them in their place. Yep. They're not leaking goals in Scotland because the teams in Scotland take advantage of them. Like we can come out for 5-2. I'm cold under 25 degrees. Yeah, you get me, Kevin. You get me. I'm like that. It gets to 20 degrees and it's like, it's jumper time, isn't it? It's time to put a jumper on. Under 20 degrees and that's it. It's like under 20 degrees and it's like back to putting jeans on. It's a terrible time of year. The nerves have kicked in already this morning. Paul would here not to let it kick in. 8 degrees in the sun this morning. Baz down in Girvan. Oh, it's freezing. I remember coming back 2 years ago in February, I think it was, and going to a Celtic game in February, and I'm all wrapped up and I'm sitting and I'm like, it's fucking too cold, man. It was Baltic and I'm like, oh, I need to get sitting on that freezing cold plastic seat. Jesus. Carl Mark will boss the game today. I hope so. 3-1 Celtic. It's hotter than that in Tenerife now. Yep. I mean, what is the temperature here at night? It's still 23 degrees here at night. 2-0 Martin. I'd take 2-0 Martin. I'd take 2-0 Oriole. We're watching from Sydney, Australia. Big up Maddie Bonnie coming in from Australia this morning. Canberra, Oran Boy down under. They're already in their place. 2-0. Actually bought Luke McCown, arranged Johnny Kenny in the deal, and signed on Moura. Yamara Tisdale did a golf buddy. It's now falling into place. William, how do you know this? I don't think that Dermot Desmond would go out and want to. I mean, why buy Luke McCown? I mean, he's a good player. But if him and Tisdale are good golf buddies, Tisdale needs shot. Not that I'm condoning violence, but if there's a sniper on any roofs, take out the Celtic board. We'll be deeply disappointed and heartbroken that they're all gone, but there's even more snakes in Australia than Snake Mountain. Yeah, I bet there is. Expecting our midfield to be shit the bed again at their place. We won't try and win, we'll take a 0-0. Nah. We need to. There's been too many games. There's only been one game. Well, there hasn't been any in 2025 that we've played against them convincingly. Brendan Rodgers has elite manager status. It's going like that. Brendan Rodgers' elite manager status as far as I'm concerned when it comes to these games, because the last time that we beat them convincingly was back in 2024. Yeah, it was the 24-25 season, but it was the first game, the first derby of the season, and that was the only time that we convincingly beat them. Ever since then, we played them in the final, and that was terrible. We've been beaten by them for the first time ever under Brendan Rodgers. He's losing his spark. He's turning into a Mourinho type character, is Brendan for me. You know, he was fantastic his first time at Celtic, but there'll be a lot of people will have a big opinion no matter what way the game goes today. If we win, people will have an opinion on Rodgers and the style of play and the football that we played. And they'll have an opinion on the lack of transfers in. They'll have an opinion on whichever player didn't seem to perform. And you know, it's the way it is at Celtic. If we win convincingly, there could be, you know, it papers over the cracks, really. If we win convincingly, all it does is confirm that they are absolutely garbage. And we should have been able to beat them anyway. You know, we're the ones that are sitting unbeaten in the league. You know, they're the ones that have drawn 3 games. We should be going into this game fully confident that we can go there and get the result. It's as simple as that. Super chat from JJ. Morning Baz, just want any victory. Their fans outside throwing sharks while our 2,000 plus inside partying. Great content as always. Thank you for that, JJ. Is Adamida playing today? We don't know. Get me to Italy over Spain. Italy's not as warm. Go to the south of Italy, yep. 5-6 Celtic, 2-1 Celtic on my way to Castle Grayskull. Get into them, Scott. Hope you have a fantastic... I used to like going to Grayskull, I've got to admit. It was one of the grounds that I did like going to. I can remember going one game and I was sat right in the corner flag before the Union Bears got stuck in that wee corner. And I'm standing, I couldn't have faced them. I used to stand with my back to them. I could not face their fans. And I used to stand with my back to them and I was like, oh, fuck this. There was just one time I turned around and this guy comes walking down the stairs with his missus. So I'm like, what are you doing with him? What are you doing with him? And then she starts giggling and laughing. And I'm like, come on, you over here. You're far too good looking to be with that mob area. And she started laughing. They start going mental, throwing pelters at me. The next minute, there's this big fucking meathead. Fucking down the stairs like that. And I'm like, oh, you fucking... what a wind-up, man. What a wind-up. Absolutely brilliant times. And then we beat them. That was even better. Because we absolutely destroyed them that day. It's fantastic. I'm off to the pool. Come on, Celtics. Let me jump through some of this. Watch this. Adamida hat trick. If Maida plays today, it's probably his last game, says Paul. Don't say that. Don't say that. Where was that Aussie John one? Back to the team being leaked on the Daily Record again. Has it? Has it? Has it been leaked? What's up? Guys are on their way to the game, so... Oh, the daughter. 2 seconds. Right, back in Rodgers for as long as he's here. We won't get a better manager, and yeah, you're absolutely right, mate. Sorry, I'm going to jump through these comments to get to that one. I lost my season ticket after the 5-1 game. Open the doors, segregated fans. Sevcor Muck. Also boy says, I'm backing Rodgers for as long as he's here. We won't get a better manager than him in a hurry. Nah, we won't. And this is, I mean, a lot of people want Brendan out. There's a few people on the channel that want Brendan out, but I think that be careful what you wish for. It's definitely a case of be careful what you wish for, because the next manager that comes in is not going to be an Ange Postecoglou type manager. It's not going to be a Brendan Rodgers level manager or Ange Postecoglou level manager. It's going to be a Sean Maloney. It's going to be, you know, a step backwards. And this is what happened before at Celtic. And I'm not want to talk about that today. I'm not want to talk about that because I'll tell you one thing. If we get beat today, talks this morning that Ange is on his way back at the end of the season. Discussions have already been had. Would you take Ange back? I mean, he got lucky in the Europa run with Spurs. He finished 17th in the English Premiership. I mean, if it's a decision between Ange Postecoglou and say, I mean, Ange said he wouldn't come back. I mean, I appreciate you're going to the game, mate. Is that bus talk or is it just chit chat? I'm still waiting to see. Yeah, the team has been leaked. get into them. Yeah, the team's been... What is it? Sorry, I was just getting WhatsApp. For any of you from Ireland that know Mr. Dara, he's just sent us a nice picture of himself at the poolside. Runs Dara's Bar in Belfast, as amongst other things. He's a twat. Yeah, the team has been leaked. Spurs doing Spurs thing yesterday. I don't watch Spurs, to be honest. Ange won't be back. We need to go forward, not backwards. Yeah, we do. We need to take the... But then with this board, it's... well, the square sausage, right? Ange worked under the board the first time. And this is what makes me think Ange wouldn't come back. Because he knows the limitations of what he's going to work under. You know, he went to Spurs and he got to spend some good money. Is he going to come back to Celtic and be back to the £5-6 million players? I think once you get a taste of a certain level of football, especially Ange Postecoglou, I think that... Let me just do this. I'll just check. So obviously doing... Oh man, right. Daily Record. Engels, and according to the Daily Record, a predicted starting 11 is Marcelo and Michelangelo are playing from the start, according to this article. Schmeichel in goals, back four, Tony Ralston. Oh no. Tierney's on the left back, and the new loan player from South America is playing in front of Tony Ralston, and then it's Carter Vickers and Scales according to this. The midfield's going to be Hatate McGregor and Benji. No, it's not going to be. It's going to be Engels, Hatate McGregor, and Dyson Maeda through the middle, and Benji over Forrest on the other side. I'm still not convinced with Benji on the wing. I mean, I know he was brought in as a winger. Happy birthday to Lanky, says Stephen Johnston. Happy birthday to Lanky. Happy birthday, mate. Hope you have a cracking day. Let's jump back into the comments. How are we doing this morning? Yeah, so the team has been leaked onto the Daily Record after it doing the round on socials last night, but we'll wait and see how correct it is. I mean, if it has, and if that is the team, you've got to say it's got goals in it. But the big thing for me, if you're playing Dyson through the middle, he has to hit the back of the net. There's been twice now that he's been through one-on-one with the keeper, and rather than smash it through the back of the net, he's wide of the mark. And for me, is this game that Dyson Maeda makes amends in the forward position? Because he's got it in him. Do you know, he's got that bit of pace. You know, we hit them on the break, hit them with a bit of pace, and it takes us on to get the win. I think that's hoping. Anyway, will Celtic win today? 82% say yes, 18% say no. I've got 359 votes in this morning so far. All good. Right. Yeah, it is all guessing, isn't it? We'll just wait and see if stuff. So we are going live 4 times today. We're going live, obviously, just now. The next live comes up at 10:30 Celtic Park time, where we do the team news as it is released officially by Celtic, and then there's the watch along. Yep, I'm going to do a watch along. My first ever Glasgow Derby watch along. Sarah says that Dysmere is going to be out in the wide. Yeah, it's not a leak, it's guesswork. The team's your due performance. Yeah, so we are doing a watch along this afternoon, so make sure that you don't listen to what the commentators are saying. Jump on here, chat with fellow Celtic fans in the chat, and if you're sitting in the house watching the telly, get your phone out, jump on the chat, sit and chat with everyone else watching the game, rather than sitting on your Todd around the world, wherever you may be. And then there will be a reaction video. Win, lose or draw, we will be doing a reaction video around about 2:15 this afternoon, Celtic Park time. So yeah, it's scorching up in Castle Milk. Chapel bells ringing early. That's 9:30's not early, mate. The chapel bells here start ringing at 7:45 in the morning. Podus, of course, yep. I fancy 3-1 today. Let's start, yeah. How many minutes will we play Tippy Tappy at the back for today? Ooh. Testing out your super chats, says John, coming in from Australia. Big up John, coming in from Australia with that $2.99 super chat. Thank you for that, mate. Thank you very much. Luke McCown, of course. Luke McCown. Captain passback supposed to be the best pass of the game, putting either 1-on-1. I hope Casper is not in goal today. It's looking like he's going to be. Brendan Rodgers is not going to change the goalkeeper. He's not going to change the goalkeeper. It's just such a Brendan Rodgers thing to do. He likes stability. And he knows that. Put it this way. If Calamity Casper costs us today, he needs dropped. And that's my final comment on Casper. Gus Fitzsimmons has been a member for 8 months. Big up, Gus. He's going for 3-1. 3-1. He's going for 3-1 today. We do like beating them early on in the season. Hill, Baz and Troops, first 10-15 minutes, get the traps, show the metal. Yeah. If we come out and we hit them with the pace that we've got, but they've just brought in the ex-Aberdeen striker. He wasn't overly prolific against us. I'm not really worried about him coming in. One mistake going from hero to zero on Twitter. Who is? I don't really do Twitter. I've had Twitter since 2009, and I used to post more back in the early days. Long time ago, but then I never went onto Twitter for years. I just thought it was a waste of time. I still think it's good for getting some breaking information, because everything tends to news-wise breaks onto Twitter first, because all the journals out there are on Twitter, so they all go onto Twitter to get their little bit of moment on Twitter. I think Brendan will be off after the 3 years, thanks to our board. Don't think Ange will be back. Hail. I don't think Ange will be back. That's a conversation for another day. Yeah. 30-degree here's in Canada. What's the temperature going to be here today? I don't even know. It's currently 27 degrees outside. It's currently 27 degrees outside, and it's going to get up to 32 degrees. I'm going to be in here with the aircon on watching the game, so for the first watch along, yes, the first Glasgow Derby watch along ever on the channel, which is all good. Right, we're at 412 votes. Can we get it up to 450 votes on the poll? Will Celtic win today? 83% say yes, Celtic can win. 17% say no, Celtic can win. There've been over 1,870 people on the live this morning. Sinisalo should play, says Gus. I think Sinisalo just he does bring more to the game. He does bring. He gets the ball out quicker. If Schmeichel slows the game down today, and this is what Schmeichel always does, he gets the ball, and when they're on the ascendancy, right, when they're on the attack, and the ball gets to the keeper, rather than get a quick ball out, Schmeichel goes, and it's like, what the fuck? That's not how Celtic play. Do you know what? It's never mind fucking grabbing the ball and just calm down, I've got it. No, you've got it. Boom. Launch the ball, throw the ball, get the ball right up to a winger, and then let's go. Come on. That's the Celtic style of play. That's the Celtic that we all know and love. And Brendan Rodgers, Ange Postecoglou, they all played this play out for the back and play football and try and get through them. That allows them to get back. A game of this, the derby games aren't games for passing it out at the back, passing it out, keeper back to the defender who's sitting there and he's got two players coming down on him. And it's like, oh, I'll try and pass it out. Fucking, oh, wait a minute. Oh, next minute, Casper's fucked up and cost us a goal. It's happened before. CCV doesn't cope against Woski at the back line. Yep. The Rose won today. Yeah, the Celtic players are Rose won. They definitely are that. 2-0, says Norman. Thank you for that, Scott. Sinisalo should play. Yeah, for me, for all the reasons that I said, there's a cracking comment. Who's going to be the hero today? Who's going to be the hero? Oh, Sarah, that's a cracker. Who is going to be the hero today? I think it could be ultimately. I think that Dyson's got it in him to make amends, and I think it could either be Dyson or one of the new lads. It's all made up for one of the new lads to come in and score a cracker, but they'll be thinking the same. They're thinking, we've just brought in a good few players. Hopefully, fucking Martin. All right, Martin. Martin can get it done today, but hopefully that 34 here says Richard. A lot of folk back home going, top use lot. Hopefully this game we don't give my arse a sore head. Scottish Soccer produced the only side to win the European top competition with 11 homegrown players. Don't knock it. Don't think about it. That was a long time ago. The modern Scottish football in European context are embarrassing. Come on. You're talking about a time when Aberdeen were brilliant in Europe years ago. You're talking about a time when Dundee United beat Barcelona. You're talking about a time when Dundee United, Aberdeen were doing things in Europe. Scottish football in a European context now is absolute garbage. Absolute garbage. Fuck St. Pauli. Sorry, Gary, but fuck St. Pauli. Currently in Tenerife. Any of you guys know the best place to watch the game? Yep, the Hoops Bar in Tenerife. The Hoops Bar in Tenerife. Depends what bar in Tenerife you're in, to be honest. Love from Fiji. God, I'm loving this morning. We are right around the world this morning. Fiji. Loving that. Gotta love that. Gotta love that. Coming in from Fiji. I wouldn't be surprised if Caroline. Don't say that. Getting Roberto Martinez. Now, I said that Roberto Martinez could be an option, considering Sean Maloney's already worked his way into Celtic. Currently feels like 9 degrees in Turnberry. Baltic, man. Sean Maloney coming into Celtic. could be the pathway, being the pathway manager, could be the pathway to bringing in Martinez. You got to remember that Martinez was linked with Celtic quite a few years ago, before Brendan. Fans quick to forget that the last 3 performances against them, and we weren't as bad as we are now. Wake up call from Billy Gray this morning. Massive wake up call. Get in there! 14 degrees and there's folk in the street in the scud. Jesus. Dubliners in the house. John coming from Dublin. Green for Go says that Milvolsky will score at some point today. And how? We've had a pretty solid back line. We've had a pretty solid back line so far. We've not conceded 1 goal. Is this seriously the day? Is this seriously the day that we concede our first goal of the season? Got 2-0 Celtic. Rick living on the Gold Coast for Kirkcaldy. Living on the Gold Coast for Kirkcaldy. That's just showing off. All these Kirkcaldy folk leaving the country and going to sunny climates. Imagine doing that. That's fantastic, mate. I hope you're having a fun. That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Sinisalo's distribution is quality. It looks a lot fitter than Casper. Yes, that's. Baz, I would play Sinisalo. He's better than keeper. Yep. A lot of people thinking any fresh news on the Norway strike. There's no news at all this morning. No news at all. It's talks. Celtic are just in talks and. And one of the most embarrassing things, I put it on the community tab last night, one of the embarrassing things is Swansea boss Alan Sheenan told reporters, ask Celtic what's going on about Adam Ida. After Celtic called him back from completing his £7 million move. Talks are ongoing between Celtic and Anderlecht over Kasper Dolberg. And there's a feeling that Adam Ida could still join Swansea. But I think we'll wait till the team comes out today, because if Adam Ida's in the squad and on the bit, and he's not even in the building, I don't think. I think that it was. I mean, I know that Celtic can recall Adam and say you're not signing the deal. We're not giving you permission to sign the deal. But does he really fly all the way back up to Scotland? And then Brendan's going, you need to play the day, mate. If you're Adam Ida, you're like, fuck off. Do you know? And you don't want that in the squad. And Brendan Rodgers knows that you don't want that in the squad. But we'll wait and see in just about an hour and 10 minutes time or so, the team will be out. The team will be out. Anderlecht are hoping to bring in another striker before allowing their Kasper to leave. See, this is the problem. They're trying to get in is it a Girona striker? It's just waiting for the dominoes all to fall into place, isn't it? I mean, they're quite right in saying we don't want a player to leave. 480 votes. John the truck driving legend's in the house also. Big shout out to John the truck driving legend. £5 super chat for John the truck driving legend. Still a driving god. Listening from my truck, heading to Gala Shields and then Berwick upon Tweed. Stop for a pie at Newton Grange. It's hot in my truck. Keep on trucking. Have you got a trucking? Sorry, mate. It's the best I could do at this time of the morning on a Sunday. No more noises, honestly. Currently feels like 9 degrees in Turnberry. Let's jump through some of these. Angelo made his money out of Tottenham and then could retire back to Australia. He's not going to retire back to Australia. He's already made noises and he was on holiday back in Greece. He even said when he was at Celtic that he would retire back to Greece. That's always been his long-term plan, to retire in Greece rather than Australia. Millwall and Chelsea thugs in Glasgow today. Who cares? Bunch of old men, overweight. I seen them on I think it was the Daily Record that posted it. A bunch of 50 plus old geezers with beer bellies and tattoos and fucking Chelsea. Half of them with no teeth and no brain. What kind of truck makes that noise? No idea, sir. That's the best I've got. You could go for an air horn though. Get in there. We're up. We're on. We're in there. If Brendan Rodgers doesn't play him after taking him back, come on, let's leave the negativity out of it. He didn't fight to keep Kuhn. When it comes to strikers, let's get into this mob, says John. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get into this mob today. Right, what time is it and when are we live next? We are live in around about 40 minutes time as we get ready. I'm trying to I need another 3 votes to get to 500 votes. There's been over 2,400 people on the live this morning. Need 2 more votes and then we'll finish off the poll. Can Celtic win today? A big percentage of the fans thinking that we can. 83%. Thinking that Celtic can win today. We can win. I mean, I'm confident that we can win. It's whether or not that we there we are, bang on 500. The poll has finished. Square sausage, Vic. You're a scream. The poll has finished. The 1% has disappeared from the no vote. 16%. 500 votes completed. Will Celtic win today? 83% say yes. 16% said no. Seth will get help from the Chelsea pensioners. Yeah, it's what it's like, isn't it? When you see that Chelsea, we were big casuals in the 80s, mate. Yeah, mate. Hey, fucking Chelsea, mate. Hey, mate, your teeth will fell out. Fuck, sir. Cheers for that, son. Fuck off. Anyway, I shall see. I shall see you in around about 40 minutes' time. And breathe. Let's get into this lot. On that note, have a fantastic day, Celtic fans, wherever you are. Won't be back on later. I'm off to get Fubar. That was a cracking club back in the day, wasn't it? The old Fubar. The Rangers fans must have called for backup. Who cares about them? This is the day that we win our way. This is the day.